to sustain their livelihoods. Noting that the youth in particular have invested in movable assets, including vehicles and motorcycles, to start businesses in the transport industry, and most of them have signed up to the ride-hailing apps, including but not limited to Uber, Taxify, Bolt, and Little Cab. Cognizant that the Banking Act 2015 Cap 488 does not provide for renegotiation on the loan repayment agreement whenever the business environment becomes unfavorable as a result of the high cost of living, lowered earnings from the app providers, and high interest rates. Now, therefore, the Senate urges the National Treasury and Economic Planning to come up with a policy framework to review the Banking Act in order to renegotiate the repayment terms of the loans and provide cushion for Kenyans with non-performing loans and prevent the loss of their movable assets. Senator Osotsi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this important opportunity to also weigh in on this motion, which is to repossession of movable assets by lending institution due to non-performing loan. Let me start by thanking the mover of this motion, Senator Wahome Wamatinga, for bringing this very timely motion to this House that we need as a House to seek ways in which we can help our youth who are going through a lot of challenges in repaying the loans that they have received from various circles, microfinance institutions, and banks to start businesses in transport. Mr. Speaker, many of the people who are affected in this case are border. And you will acknowledge, Mr. Speaker, that border is a very, very important sector in this country because it contributes about 365 billion shillings every year, which translates to about 1 billion shillings every month. That is not a sector that should be underrated. That is a sector that should be promoted so that we can earn more as a country. Because I think any responsible government would want to maximize on its revenue strategies and not undermine the same revenue strategies that is supposed to be promoting. Mr. Speaker, we have seen a lot of challenges with the youth who are in the border sector, who have taken up loans with some of these institutions, lending institutions, and barely a few months after they have taken the loan and repaid some money, these institutions come and take away their motorcycles. And these youth end up losing a lot of money. And I want to thank my colleague from Nandi, who brought a statement to this House on that matter. Companies like Watu, we cannot allow crook companies to continue operating in this country, to continue suffocating our youth who suffer a lot. Some of them have even made savings to pay deposit for their motorcycles, and then just a few months, because of 1 or 2 months default, these companies come for the motorcycle and take it away. We as members of this House, we have on many occasions assisted the youth to recover their motorcycles. But we need a policy on how this will be done. If we have renegotiation, let there be a renegotiation. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, this motion is particularly very, very important and very timely, and I support it, that we need to amend the relevant laws to allow for the renegotiation of the lending terms so that we don't have these many cases of auctioning If you open a newspaper, Mr. Speaker, you see so many advertisements of people's businesses being auctioned, or people's houses being auctioned. I mean, I think we need to have a model so that Kenyans are given a chance to renegotiate these loans so that they don't end up losing their lifetime investments. Mr. Speaker, even as we say that, and even as I support this motion, we must also look at the real problem. Mr. Speaker, the real problem is the performance of the economy. When you put so many taxes on everything, then you will get here. People will be unable to service their obligations. So I think we need to relook at the taxation policy in this country and ensure that the taxation policy also supports programs like this, where people can borrow and repay the loan.